We all know that Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies and NFTs have taken the world by storm over the past few years. But most people don't understand the risk that actually have for the world, how those behind them are usually quite power hungry and don't care what harm they're causing. Today we'll discuss the dirty truth about Bitcoins and NFTs. First up is, what is Bitcoin? It's best that we start off with a little explanation of the things we're going to talk about in today's video. For those who don't know what Bitcoin is, let's get into it. Bitcoin is a specific cryptocurrency. Crypto is a digital coin that allows people to trade it and watch the market change with it. These coins are very similar to stock, but they can also be mined to gather even more. This is usually done in a warehouse and it consumes lots of energy. This specific coin took over the world and is the main thing people deal with when it comes to the crypto market and surrounding world. Next up is, what is an NFT? An NFT is something slightly different from Bitcoin, but still falls under cryptocurrency. Instead of being a digital coin that you can't exactly see, an NFT is something that's created to see and show off. NFTs are usually pieces of digital art, whether it's the ever-popular CryptoPunks or something like an image drawn of Logan Paul. NFTs are digital images that act like Bitcoin or other coin in general. Their prices fluctuate, but with these, only one is available. Each NFT is specific for the most part, so only a limited number of people have specific ones. They do have a worth like Bitcoin, but act much different in the grand scheme of things. Next up is, how does crypto affect the environment? Now that we know just what cryptos are and the specific ones we'll refer to, it's best to go on to just why they're seen as bad right now. The dirty truth behind these cryptocurrencies and most cryptos is that they really do affect the environment. This is because crypto is mined. This is usually where tons of computers in a warehouse are all running and mining these coins. This obviously uses lots of electricity, and some farms are said to even have the electricity bill of a small country. This is how insane these mines can get, and they really are affecting the world in a bad way. Next up, who has spoken about the effect? The main influential person who has spoken up against this entire thing is none other than Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk. Just a few months ago, Elon Musk pulled the option to buy one of his Tesla vehicles with Bitcoin because of the concerns for the environment. As the coin got more popular, he and many others realized that the world wasn't doing too well because of it all. More and more people were farming Bitcoin to make millions, so they decided to stop allowing people to spend it on something like a Tesla. It's great that someone's speaking out about this, but it really hasn't helped. Next up is, crack down on Bitcoin mining. Cracking down on Bitcoin mining is the best thing to do to stop these power-hungry and miners from destroying the planet even more. Many countries are now putting in laws to stop them from setting up these Bitcoin mines and also to deter them from doing so in the first place. Others are regulating the use of these farms, but are still allowing them to carry on mining the coins. It's a small step, but it's going to really help the environment in the long run. We aren't even lost to stopping this dirty side of crypto, but this step will help us a lot in the future. Next up is, what can crypto do to stop this? So now we know the dangers of crypto mining and how the world is playing out. What can they do to stop all of this from carrying on? We already know countries are implementing laws and regulations to change the path of this market, but more needs to be done. The best thing that can happen right now is for these crypto miners to stop relying on fossil fuels to run their mines and to embrace what these new crypto technologies are bringing to the table. More and more sustainable and less power-intensive methods are coming out. So, if we see them used more, it should be good for the world. Next up is, it's not too late. Although the damage has clearly already been done, it's not too late to change what happened. With the rise of more sustainable mining operations for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, we can alter the course of the future and make sure our planet is greener. Things like hydropower are being implemented, and also in El Salvador, they're using volcanic energy to mine coins. It's all about adapting to the environment and using more sustainable things to make sure we're all safe. It's not too late to change, so it's looking good. All we need now is for them to actually implement this sort of thing into the major operations. Next up is new green crypto. On the flip side of coins like Bitcoin and NFTs, we're now seeing some green cryptocurrencies enter the market and actually do really well. No matter what specific crypto could bring to your life and your portfolio, it's nice to back a newer and greener crypto to make the world a better place. These are coins like Solar Coin and Power Ledger. They've been designed specifically for trading renewable energy and making the planet better in the long run. They've been doing well and their demand is getting higher. We know challenges lay ahead for the crypto world, but with these changes, everything is looking great. Next up is, what does the future look like? Now that everything's been covered, what is the future looking like for the crypto world and the world in general? Even though the damage has been done and these mining operations aren't all going to change, it's not actually too late to make a change. If more and more of these mining operations switch to some more sustainable and greener methods, we should see a shift in the crypto market and how the world is reacting to these mining operations. As more and more of these operations become green, the world won't overreact to so much Bitcoin being out there. Companies will implement it back into their ecosystem and the world would be much better for those with coins. And finally, we have, now the truth is out, what now? Now that the entire truth is out there and the dirty secrets behind Bitcoin and NFTs have been aired, what's next? While these operations are still running and these power-hungry and like-minded people are still around, it's going to take a lot of time for things to completely change, but change is happening right now. These farms will slowly change over time and will become greener. Yes, these energy inefficient farms are still going to exist, but not in the masses. Now that the truth is out there and more people are educated on the situation, the consensus should change around it all. It's not going to be the norm anymore to have a farm like that. Times will change, but it's not going to be instant. We just need to sit back and hope things change for the better. And that's the end of the list. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and the NFT market may have taken over the world recently, but let's not get overwhelmed with their presence and possibility. We know so much can happen with things like this. They're designed to be sought after and be very volatile in their respective markets. They're meant to fluctuate, make people dive in headfirst without really thinking. If we sit down and think about them for a second, it's really easy to understand their impact. They've made a humongous impact on the world and its markets, but it's not all bad. They may be causing environmental issues, but it's not the end of the world just yet. We have time to change them and time to think about our future on this planet. Just like with other environmental issues, it's gonna take time to solve. It's not an overnight switch to make everything better again. These cryptocurrencies have a dirty truth behind them, and now it's all been aired out over the world. Times are gonna change. Just as with most new things to take over the world, they don't just stay in one state the entire time. These things are malleable. They change over time. Just look at the age of the card. We went from cash to cards to contactless payment over a short period of time. Things don't just sit still and not change. Crypto is still in its early stages compared to other currencies, so the plans need to be set out and things will need to get regulated. It's just gonna take time, so bear that in mind. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.